What's happening, everybody? This is Chef Sheen, aka Sean, your local dietitian out of Atlanta, Georgia. Today's recipe that we're going to throw together is a breakfast burrito. So if you made burritos from the night before and you have some tortilla shells left over, this is a great way to continue to be able to use those to make something out of it and repurpose something. So what do you need for your breakfast burritos? First and foremost, you're going to need some eggs. Second, you're gonna need your favorite shredded cheese. I'm using some of the Mexican style cheese I have left over from the burritos I made the other day. And then throw some type of vegetables in there. It could be mushrooms, it could be peppers, onions, tomatoes, right? Have the vegetables that are your favorite in your refrigerator, so that way if they're in there, you have no excuse not to stick a little bit of color in your breakfast burrito in the morning. If you really struggle with vegetables, then you always know getting some type of fruit on your plate, whether it's a smoothie, cut up fruit, squeezable, or a fruit cup will also work as well. Again, the main goal is always, can we get some color on our plate rather than no color at all? So what I have already done is I have made my scrambled eggs. I put in some sweet tomatoes, a little bit of scallion / green onion, cooked that for about 5 to 10 minutes. With about a half a tablespoon to a tablespoon of butter. Scrambled eggs are a really quick and easy protein source that you can throw together in a very small amount of time. Those are just resting over there right now. I figured I had those done and ready so we can kind of just throw this together really quickly. On my other pan, I have a pan on low. I have my tortilla shell in here, and I'm just getting my tortilla shell warm. The reason for that is just so that it's pliable, and when I'm trying to put the burrito together, it has a little bit of give and doesn't completely tear apart on me. Fun fact about me, when I was an undergrad in college, anyone who's watching this who is in college or going into college, that isn't an athlete and it has to obviously work a bunch of hours besides going to school, I worked at Moe's Southwest Grill. So I can tell you right now, for at least about a year when I was at Buffalo State, I was folding a lot of burritos. Now, they had an actual steamer for the tortillas. I obviously don't have that, nor do I eat that many burritos where I would need that, but this is kind of the other option you could do to make sure that it's kind of almost steamed and flexible and stretchable, so that way you can do your burritos. And I'll give you a couple tips, if you've never folded a burrito before, on how to do that correctly. I know sometimes it can be tough because you have to do things really quickly. You don't want stuff spilling out the side because you don't want it to get really messy. So the key thing when you're getting your tortilla warm is make sure, like I said in multiple videos, make sure your pan's already hot. Again, probably 2 to 5 minutes on each side. This is nice and warm right now, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plop it on the plate. The other key part about getting it warm is now when I stick my cheese on there, there's going to be a higher probability where that's going to start getting melty, nice and gooey, and then that way it'll kind of help gel a lot of the stuff that you're going to be sticking into the burrito. Now, this is a very small shell. Most breakfast burritos, right, I would typically use a large tortilla, so that way you actually get a bigger burrito. Again, I'm reusing what I had left, so you can still make breakfast burritos, whether it's a medium tortilla or if you like a large tortilla, then plan ahead when you're going to the grocery store to get yourself a large tortilla to be able to do that. Now, not only cheese and vegetables can you stick in there, you could also do guacamole or avocado, whether that's in there or on the side of it to dip in it or put on top of it. You could put salsa on here. You could do different sauces, whether it's hot sauce, sriracha, again, tactical seasonings, great option there. I really prefer ketchup. So what I'm gonna do is when you're folding your burrito, a lot of your ingredients are gonna have to go on the back side. You don't wanna put them all over the burrito or too much in the middle to the tail end because stuff's gonna push out, which you don't want to happen. So I'm gonna put my sauce on after the cheese because if you put sometimes your sauce on top of your ingredients, that'll also squirt out all over the place, which you don't want to do. And again, I'm just gonna put a small amount, if it'll come out of here. Right? If you want more, put some more on the side, dip it in, or have a spoon, you can put it on top. Last thing, you could also do breakfast meats. Turkey sausage, turkey bacon, pork sausage, pork bacon. Again, a burrito is like a taco, like a quesadilla, like a salad, like many other things, is really a blank canvas. It's what you want to take out of it and make it into is what becomes really fun and exciting. Because I could have this breakfast burrito done in hundreds of different ways, different cheeses, different types of ingredients. It's really up to you and your imagination on what you want to do. But if you have several different combinations, it's going to make this one experience or this one breakfast burrito into 5 or 6 different kinds of breakfast burritos, which will be important because, again, variety is going to help you keep consistent with your eating. Now, again, all the eggs I made here, I eat 5 eggs at a meal, and I can't fit all 5 eggs into this because it's definitely not big enough. So I'm just going to put just enough eggs. As you can see, I'm focusing on putting it on the back side of my tortilla shell. Just enough eggs so I know it's going to fit and I'm going to be able to fold it. When I was working at Moe's back in the day, you had to figure out how to fold it because you may have a customer that wanted to stick every single ingredient, double chicken, double rice, double this. And sometimes we had to literally do a double tortilla just to get everything in. I can't tell you how many times when I've made a burrito before, the burrito has just split in half on me and I've had to restart. It is okay. If you make a couple mistakes in the very beginning when you're folding your burrito, like that's just learning. Your burrito shells or tortilla shells may be old. You maybe have too much into it. It's some trial and error. So I'm gonna take the front of my burrito and I'm going to pull it back. And I'm pulling it back so I get all the ingredients back towards the tail end. All right, so you can see they're nice and compact. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold in the ends, right? And then I'm taking my back thumb, so back thumb's right here, back thumbs up and over. And then I'm gonna pull down and in. Once I pull down and in with my left hand, I'm gonna fold in, and then you're just gonna start rolling, right? So by me pulling back, I've tucked in the ingredients. As you can see here, there's nothing coming out, right? There's a barrier there. And I'm gonna keep rolling all the way to the end. And then I'm gonna pull, and then boom, there's my breakfast burrito. Again, I know, not very big, especially for some athletes, that's not gonna do the job. So if you have a medium tortilla, you may just have to do 2 tortillas. Again, if you want just a huge burrito, you probably have to get the large burrito shells as well. Now, again, like I said before, on the side, you could do avocado, you can do salsa, you could do these extra sauces that I showed you already on the side as well. Again, if you don't like vegetables in a burrito, have some type of fruit on the side or the options that I gave you before. And there you have it, breakfast burrito, tips how to make it, how to roll it, how to put it together, and just a bunch of different options that you can stick in there so that way you can have variety and you can have burritos every single week if you wanted to. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to watch my podcast, if you guys want to learn more specifically about sports nutrition, if you want to watch more videos like this, or if you're someone who needs nutrition services, one-on-ones, group education, holding a seminar or summit where you specifically want to talk about sports nutrition, go ahead and go to my bio in my Instagram, my Linktree link, and it has all those links in one specific section where you can be able to choose whatever of those type of things that you want. Again, it's all free. I have videos on Instagram, I have videos on YouTube. I would love to learn what you guys want to know more about so I can try to put out some of that content for you guys. Because at the end of the day, right, I can't hold all this information in for myself. You gotta, like Elite FTS says, you gotta live, learn, and pass on the information. There's no big secret out here when it comes to strength conditioning, sports psych, athletic training, physical therapy, whatever the profession is, right? People try to hold that information in. There's not a huge secret, right? Because I have all this knowledge and I can give it to somebody else, but the person doesn't know how to apply the knowledge. That's only gonna go so far. So realistically, like if you told someone what you know, that doesn't mean they're gonna have the ability to actually apply and implement the information that you taught them, right? So that's why a lot of these videos that I make, I try to give and provide examples. So hopefully you can take a tidbit from that and add it to your toolbox so that way you can get 1% better that day. It may not be a game changer in that moment, but eventually over time, it could help you down the line, developing that behavior, that skill, that tool that's gonna benefit you just as a general human being in life, or it's gonna benefit you as an athlete as well. So appreciate y'all. Have an awesome day, and thank you guys for watching. And please continue to keep liking my content. And if you want to keep seeing more, just let me know. Appreciate it.